Good morning, students. Today we will discuss next important question from the story The Prize Poem, written by famous English writer P.G. Woodhouse. So the topic or the question which we are going to discuss today is bring out the humor in the story The Prize Poem. Humor in the story The Prize Poem. Students, in our previous lecture we have discussed theme of the story. So today we are going to discuss the elements of humor in the story The Prize Poem. So let's begin with answer to this question. P.G. Woodhouse is known for his humor. He creates a lot of fun and humor in his story The Prize Poem. The entire situation is described in a light-hearted manner. So the writer P.G. Woodhouse, he is known for his humor. Humor means funny elements in the story. He creates a lot of fun and humor in his story, The Prize Poem. The entire situation is described in a light-hearted manner. So the humor in this story is very light-hearted. The description of the rich man who created the poetry prize is quite humorous. The person who decided to put a sum of his income for the poetry competition, that rich man, is described in a very humorous way. He has been described as a rich and misanthropic man, and a misanthropic is a person who hates mankind because he decided to organize every year a poetry competition. So he is called a misanthropic person because he misanthropic person is a person who hates mankind. So the writer says that that rich man decided to organize a poetry competition day. So he is a hater of mankind because he disturbed whole of the students, all the students of sixth forum by organizing this, by deciding to organize this poetry competition. He set apart a portion of his income to perpetuate his memory after death. He decided to give some portion of his income to be spent on poetry competition even after his death. He mischievously mentioned in his will that every student of the sixth forum must take part in the competition. The writer has his tongue in the cheek when he says that the old man died, but the evil that he did lived after his death. The writer says that rich man died, but the evil, his decision to organize a poetry competition, that lived even after his death. In fact, the old man did no evil. He simply founded the poetry prize. Writer says that old man did not did any evil. He simply decided to organize the poetry competition and to give poetry prize to the winner. Every year, new students of the sixth forum had to take part in the competition. Unwilling students had to write poems against their wishes. Majority of the students felt deeply disgusted when the chosen subject was announced. Every year, the students of sixth forum, they were compelled to take part in the poetry writing competition. So those students unwillingly, took part in that poetry writing competition. Most of the students, they hated that competition, and they hated that competition even more when the subject of poetry competition was declared. It was a very ridiculous situation. A student of the sixth forum went about in search of a poem. Smith went to Reynolds to ask him to write a poem for him. So a student named Reynolds, uh, uh, admitted in the hospital, and Smith, who was from sixth form of that school, he went to Reynolds. He went to him to ask him to write a poem for him. Similarly, Montgomery and Morrison ran from pillar to post for a poem to participate in the competition. But it was a very ridiculous situation. A student of the sixth form, sorry. Similarly, Montgomery and Morrison ran from pillar to post for a poem to participate in the competition. Montgomery passed by the school hospital. There was a gust of wind, and fate blew a piece of paper at him. As Smith went to Reynolds to ask him to write a poem for the competition. Similarly, Montgomery and Morrison, both of them, they went here and there to for a poem to participate in the competition. One day, Montgomery was passing by the school hospital. Then a gust of wind, a blow of wind, and fate blew a piece of paper at him. His eye fell on the poem, Ode to the College, and that was the subject of the poem to take part in the competition. And his joy knew no bounds. Three boys, Smith, Montgomery, and Morrison, sent in exactly the same four lines written by Reynolds. It was a very strange and funny situation. So all three participants, Smith, Montgomery, and Morrison, they sent in same four lines of the same poem for competition. So it was a very strange and funny situation. There is plenty of humor in the description of the headmaster. He was known to the world as the Reverend Arthur James Percival M.A., and to the school as the Old One. He was a purist in speech. He was very particular about correctness and purity in speech. There is plenty of humor in the description of the headmaster. That headmaster was very popular as the Reverend respected Arthur James Percival M.A., and to the school as the Old One. He was a purist in speech. He was very particular about correctness and purity in speech. Even in the privacy of his home, he could not tolerate the wrong use of language by his wife. So that headmaster who judged the poetry for competition, he was a purist. He used to find perfection in everything. Even in the privacy of his home, he could not tolerate the wrong use of language by his wife. The examiner, in his letter, suggested that the three students had been pulling his dignified leg by sending in exactly the same four lines. The examiner headmaster, he suggested that the three students, Smith, Montgomery, and Morrison, they had been pulling his dignified leg by sending in exactly the same four lines. Then he declared that all three competitors have sent in same four lines of a poem. The headmaster's method of interrogation was equally funny. He asked the three boys to tell him the purpose for which he had summoned them. The way of interrogation of those all three participants. That way was very funny. The headmaster asked all three boys to tell him the purpose for which they have been called by him, the headmaster. He generally began a painful interview with this question. He began a painful interview with this question. He believed that Smith had adopted unfair means to win the prize, but as far as Smith was concerned, there was no danger of his getting the prize. He had got the poem from Reynolds because it was compulsory for everyone to send in a poem. It was really a funny situation. The headmaster had a quiet sense of humor. So, when he found that Smith had also written the same poem, same four lines of the poem, he asked him, but there was no danger of Smith's getting the prize for the competition, as he had gone to uh, Reynolds in the hospital to get the poem from him because it was compulsory for every student of sixth forum to send in a poem. It was really a funny situation. The headmaster had a quiet sense of humor. That is why he did not burst with anger at the three boys. So they so the story is rich in humor. So the headmaster had a quiet sense of humor because he interrogates all three boys or who took part in the poetry writing competition. He questions them in very funny manner, and so the headmaster had a quite sense of humor. That this is why he did not burst with anger at the three boys. So we see that the story, the prize poem, is rich in humor or rich in elements of humor. So students, today we have covered next important question from this chapter or this story, the prize poem. So we have covered this story by discussing both important questions: theme of the poem, theme of the story, and bring out the humor in the story, the prize poem. So tomorrow we will continue with our next lecture on some next topic. Thank you. Thank you very much.